Well, this last Saturday's Toronto Star up in Canada, it's called the Saturday Star, had a 2.5-page article in the front section relating to the OBGYNs. I'm going to read to you the headlines here. It says, negligence, malpractice, sex abuse. When OBGYNs commit medical mistakes, the stakes are uniquely high. The results can be catastrophic, heartbreaking, and often remain secret. Okay? Now, they're talking about everything you can think of here in this article. I mean, it covers the range. But some of the more tear-jerking stuff are babies born with all kinds of birth defects and so forth. In some cases, the prosecutors have it wrong. They're suing these OBGYNs properly. They're suing them, but they're suing them for the wrong reason. For instance, a young fellow born with cerebral palsy, they're blaming on improper forceps delivery technique and so forth. And, of course, we know that cerebral palsy is caused by nutritional deficiencies in the embryo during the 3rd to 7th week of pregnancy. And, of course, this kid has a catastrophic form, quadriplegic cerebral palsy, but it was a nutritional deficiency early in pregnancy. And here's where the OBGYNs always fail, women and families in general, because they never tell them when they're first examined and introducing themselves to the lady and saying, look, you're in the childbearing years, you're sexually active, you need to be taking the 90 essential nutrients to reduce your risk of having a child with a disability or birth defect of any kind, deafness, cleft palate, cerebral palsy, spina bifida, muscular dystrophy, cystic fibrosis, heart defects, you name it, club feet, club limbs, missing limbs, and so forth, and all the other stuff that goes along with this, okay? They never do that. Women tend to be, for OBGYNs, a cervix and breast, and they like you to come in once a year to have an exam, and then if they find something bad, like cancer, they really get excited because that's when they really make the money. Now, this sounds pretty, which I say, oh gosh, it's a terrible way to have to look at these guys and gals, but it's true. In fact, it's interesting that an equal number of women OBGYNs were nailed in this article just like men. Well, when you look at this, OBGYNs should have some of the highest amounts of training in nutrition. They get none. Okay, they really still believe that all these birth defects in babies are caused by genetics. Well, what I want you to do is contact your Youngevity associate and get a hold of the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission, the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and the book Rare Earths Men Cures, and you'll learn how to reduce the risk of birth defects to almost zero. I mean, there's another piece in here, of course, even if you supplement, if they're not absorbing properly because they have a gluten intolerance, there's a problem there. Even if you're supplementing, if you're not absorbing, you're in trouble because you are not what you eat, you are what you absorb. So these pieces all have to be dealt with separately, but they do have to be dealt with. Now, when you look at other statistics, this just came out, I don't know, about 2 years ago. They said America ranks 41st when it comes to live births and first-month survivability of our babies. We rank 41st. There's 40 other countries whose peoples do a better job of good pregnancies, live births, and first-month survivabilities than Americans. We spend more money for health care than all the other nations in the world combined, and here we have a terrible, terrible, terrible statistic. Now, here comes the worst certificate. This came out December 1st, 2008, cover article in Time magazine. They said, despite technological advances in medicine, Americans are less healthy than we used to be, and here it comes, our children will be worse off. What they say in the article is our kids will be the first generation of Americans who do not live as long as their parents. Then when you look at food chemistry, April 16th, 2012, they looked at the top 8 baby formulas in North America, ones that people are familiar with, very well respected, been around a while, Gerber's, Enfamil, Similac. And this journal, this scientific journal, comes out monthly, and we're talking about food chemistry again, and they look at the pollution load of our foods, they look at the nutritional value of our foods. In this particular issue, April 16th, 2012, they looked at the nutritional value and the pollution load in these top 8 baby formulas. They said American baby formulas contain less than 20% of the vitamins and minerals necessary for normal development of our children. Less than 20%. Dog food has 100%. Chicken food has 100%. Laboratory rat food has 100%. Sheep, pig, cow, horse food has 100%. And our babies and grandbabies' foods have less than 20% of these minerals and vitamins. So it's incumbent upon us as parents and grandparents to make sure that young couples, when they're dating seriously, they're getting engaged or getting married, don't give them a $500 gift certificate. Don't give them monogram towel sets. Don't give them a set of linens to start their household. I'd get them on the Youngevity's 90 for Life program. If you can afford to give it to them for a year in auto ship or 6 months or 3 months, whatever it might be, and make sure they know what you're doing. Look, we're giving you this stuff to reduce the risk of us as grandparents having to spend a lot of time with disabled children or children that have special needs. Totally preventable. All of them are totally preventable. And so we're giving you this with our prayers and our love so that these kids will be well during their pregnancy and well when they're born. No problems. We can do this, but the medical system has failed us, so we have to do this. Again, contact your Youngevity associate. Epigenetics. Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and Rare Earths Forbidden Cures, and see how you can protect your kids and your loved ones. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit line of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, all carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. Try JavaFit Impact, a wonderful coffee enriched with 14 beneficial mushroom extracts designed to activate your body's natural ability to heal, detoxify, and energize. This organic and fair trade coffee is available in 30-count single cup or 24-count single pot packs. Contact your local FDI Youngevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I gotta tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Youngevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I think this one kind of vindicates you. Because for as long as I've known you, you've always advocated that women breastfeed if at all possible, and because of all the good things that come out of breast milk that help the baby with its immune system and so on and so forth. I've got two studies out now, one published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, the other one published in the Annals of Oncology. And they say, according to this Fox News story, headline reads, "New studies show how moms also benefit from breastfeeding." Studies are adding to a growing body of evidence that breastfeeding is good for both the baby and the mother. They focused on diabetes and cancer and found that women who breastfed cut their risk of diabetes and cancer compared to those who did not breastfeed. And they go on to say a first study of about a little over 1,000 women who developed gestational diabetes while pregnant, a condition associated with an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes post-pregnancy. Women in the study were up to 50% less likely to develop diabetes later on if they breastfed their child. And they say studies authors explained that the lactation improves both insulin sensitivity and metabolism, which could reduce the risk of diabetes. Women who breastfed with higher intensity and longer duration of lactation were also less likely to develop type 2 diabetes within 2 years after being pregnant. In the other study, they found that women who breastfed appeared to be less likely to develop certain types of breast cancer. They looked at a compilation of 27 medical studies to see how often women who had breastfed developed certain types of breast cancer, finding that women who breastfed were about 20% less likely to develop triple-negative breast cancer, a form of cancer that has none of the common hormone markers such as estrogen receptors, progesterone receptors, or human epidermal growth factor receptor 2. According to Dr. Marissa Weiss, she's the author of the Cancer Study and director of breast health outreach at Laniku Medical Center. And it says they're still unsure why breastfeeding seems to protect women from breast cancer, theorized that the breast is not fully developed until women breastfeed. She's quoted as saying, "It's immature. It takes a full first-term pregnancy for it to finally grow up and mature on the inside and take on the capability to make milk." Said that while breastfeeding has long been associated with better outcomes for infants, they're now also emphasizing how it can help mothers. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, they recommend that mothers breastfeed for at least 6 months if possible, and note that, quote, each year of breastfeeding has been calculated to result in a 4.3% reduction in breast cancer. So there you go, Doc. You've been right all along.
Well, absolutely. Of course, that's the way the good Lord in nature made us to function and work. And if you look at all vertebrates, they're land-based. Obviously, fish don't give breast milk and so forth. They're vertebrates. But we're talking about land-based vertebrates, even one that are hatched out of eggs, transmit nutrition to their infants in yolk sacs and ducks and chicks and stuff like that. But in mammals, where they have breasts, regardless of the species, the babies always do better when they're breastfed. Now, you've heard of SID, sudden infant death syndrome. It only occurs historically in babies who are fed formulas. Okay, it never occurred in mothers with breast milk, and that's because it's a simple nutritional deficiencies. And of course, doctors had the stupid theory that SID, sudden infant death syndrome, or crib death, was caused by the baby sleeping on their stomach when they should have been sleeping on their back. And then another group said, no, they're sleeping on their back, and they should be sleeping on their stomach. And they're all this arguing around. It turns out it was just a simple deficiency of a single mineral, and this is another one. To try and emulate breast milk, we've actually won another lawsuit against the FDA in January of this year, where it's now required, mandatory, to put selenium into formulas, and certainly in prenatal formulas. We always wanted to have selenium in prenatal formulas to protect against SIDS and muscular dystrophy and cystic fibrosis. So we're working at it, and thank you so much for bringing that up and pointing out the fact mother's breast milk is always the best unless she has a gluten intolerance. We'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to California. And Jennifer, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Jennifer, you're on the air.
Hi, Doctor. I had two questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
My first one is regarding nitrates and nitrites. I'm wondering if you could clarify whether or not it's okay to have lunch meat and bacon and sausage and, salami as long as they are nitrate and nitrite free.
Okay. Well, when you have those kinds of meats, deli slices, sandwich meat, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, Spam, those kind of things, even if they say nitrate-free, when you read the label, you'll find they almost always have celery seeds or celery powder in there. And, of course, the vegetable that has the most nitrates put into the soil to make them grow and maximize the farmer's yield is celery. And so even though they don't put nitrates as free farm into these non-nitrate, nitrite deli foods and meats and so forth, it's in there because it comes in with the celery dust or celery seed, okay? And so it's pretty tough to do that. If you want to have kind of a bacon substitute, you can get some pork belly cut into quarter-inch slices in a butcher and put it in a microwave oven with wet paper towel on top of it, wet paper towel underneath it, and microwave it for 30, 40, 50 seconds, that kind of stuff, and cook it. Essentially, you're baking it or roasting it, and there's no nitrates in there in any way, shape, or form, and you're controlling the temperature so you don't burn it. Okay? I really don't like those kind of meats, and so because you almost have to fry them to get the taste you're looking for. Most people aren't just going to put salt and pepper on them and eat that pork belly baked, or pork rump roast, which is ham, baked or roasted pork. You're not going to do it. It tastes kind of flat, and so people like to put all these seasonings in there, and it's problematic. Okay, second question.
I have 3 80-pound dogs, and I'm wondering how many canisters I would need a month of the Arthrodex.
Okay, Char, this is a Charmaine question. You have a 10-pound dog and a 5-pound dog. What would you do for this lady when she wants to know how many canisters a month will require for these dogs?
Oh, boy. It's one scoop per 25 pounds of body weight, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's correct.
And so 25 pounds would be 1 canister a month for a 25-pound dog. So she would need probably 6 canisters a month, right?
Well, there you go.
Close to.
And also, in addition to the Arthrodex, which has the amino acids, the vitamins, and the minerals, but you also need to add the EFAs. And how many do you give Little Bear, your dog?
I just give her, she's only 5 pounds. I just give her 1. I squeeze it.
1 EFA every day. Okay, there you go, Jennifer, and thank you for loving pets. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
Let's head to California, and Ricky, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Ricky, you're on the air.
Hi, good afternoon, Dr. Wallach. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How can we help you?
I was just wondering, I got a horrible Liz Frank injury, and it's the worst type of foot injury that's known, and it's almost a year old, and I was wondering what I can do to heal up my foot before my orthopedic wants to give me a fusion surgery on it.
Okay, is this an instep injury, a heel injury, or toe injury, or ankle injury?
No, it's a Liz Frank injury. It was during an MMA class. My sparring partner, who was bigger and stronger, stepped on my foot really hard, and it sprained it really bad, and it hurts, and it's not getting any better. It's been there for almost a year.
Okay, well, how much do you weigh?
I'm only 135.
Okay. Do you have any other history of anything like diabetes, arthritis?
Yes, my calcium in my foot is really low, and I'm vitamin D and vitamin B deficient. And I noticed when I quit eating gluten products altogether and I started taking your minerals and your glucogel caps has helped a lot, and I wanted to thank you for that. But I also want my foot healed fast.
Okay. All right. And so, okay, Charmaine, what would you do for this young lady? No, she has a little bit of a gluten problem. She absorbs better, feels better when she's on a gluten-free diet, but she does have a traumatic injury to her foot and is not healing as fast or as completely as she wants. And she started in a basic program, 135 pounds. What would you give her?
Well, continue on the gluten-free diet forever, and then I would give her the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack.
Okay. Yeah, 1 Healthy Bone and Joint Pack for your body weight. What would you give her extra to kind of speed up the healing of this foot?
Well, she could take extra glucogel.
Well, very good. She could get an extra bottle of glucogel. Allow her to take 15 a day, and that's going to support and promote healthy maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix, bone itself, and the feet. And then what would you also do for extra minerals? Because she's low in calcium.
Well, she could take another extra bottle of OsteoFX.
Well, perfect. You get an A+. So, yeah. So she should have 1 Healthy Bone and Joint Pack per month, get an extra bottle of OsteoFX Plus, another bottle of glucogel. She could have 1 ounce of the Osteo at breakfast and dinner, a scoop of the BTT 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, and then 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner, and be gluten-free, as you said, Char. Absolutely perfect. And then, of course, you should have that Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. You're going to have a bottle of CM cream with it. You can apply the CM cream to the foot where the discomfort is. You want to get really some deep pain relief. Also get a bottle of the trauma oil. Put 4, 5, 6 drops of trauma oil in every teaspoon the CM cream you're going to apply to the foot, and you'll get pain relief for 3 to 5 hours. Give us a call every couple of weeks, Ricky, and bring us up to date. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the...
Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's stay on the West Coast and head to Oregon. And Deborah, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Deborah, you're on the
Doctor.
air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Hey,
What's
I'm
up?
currently gluten-free and on the digestive and bone and joint pack, and I have seen impressive positive results. I just have a couple of questions.
Okay.
One, I have dry, itchy scalp, and over the last 2 months, I have lost considerably large amounts of hair to where you can see my scalp, and it's concerning me.
Okay, well, this is called alopecia. I have to ask you a couple of questions here. And you've been gluten-free, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anybody else living in the household with you?
Yes, my daughter.
Okay. Is she gluten-free?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a dog or a cat?
No.
Okay. So you and your daughter are the only two beings living in the house?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I would double-check for cross-contamination because it takes a lot of nutrition to maintain hair. Okay, if you're taking all these supplements, you should be doing that. I have to ask you, how many eggs a day are each of you eating?
I'm eating 4 a day, and she's eating 2.
Okay, very good. Let's see here. Shar, what would you do for this gal? They're already eating eggs. She's taking the 90 essential nutrients, gluten-free, but she does have some hair loss.
I would give her the hair, skin, and nails, and I would also give her selenium, extra selenium.
Okay, that's very, very good. Yep, exactly right. Go ahead and at 100 and let's see, how much do you weigh?
128.
Yeah, 128. Wouldn't hurt to go ahead and take 3 selenium a day. That's 1 bottle a month. Hair, skin, and nails wouldn't hurt for at least 60, 90 days. Take 3 twice a day. That would be 2 bottles a month. And to make sure both of you are eating at least 4 to 6 eggs a day, poached, soft yolks, soft-boiled soft yolks, soft scrambled butter, and watch it. Are you working? Are you a student, or what do you do?
I manage a restaurant.
Uh-oh. So that's where you're getting your contamination from your gluten. Okay. And so do you spend any time in the kitchen, baking and all that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go. And so what you need to do is make sure you're wearing rubber gloves. You got to make sure that you're wearing a mask. You got to make sure that you are, I don't know if you have a shower or anything like that at the restaurant. You want to have your own clothes wrapped up and sealed, and you have to be able to wash yourself off and get in clean clothes just before you leave the restaurant at night. Go out the back door, not through the kitchen, anything like that, because you're getting cross-contamination in your workplace. And that can be problematic. And so this is something you're going to have to deal with, is to find a way to be gluten-free. Okay? So even if you're gluten-free at home, you're working in a restaurant, you're working in the baking area, you're in trouble. So we have to deal with that. Once you find that out, the hair regrowth will start. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Maryland. And Carmen, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hi,
Hello, Carmen, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. I went to Thanksgiving in Delaware, and the girl there has a macaw bird, parrot, and she got her 2 years ago. There's a pair, but the girl plucks out all her feathers, and all her belly is bare, and she said she's been like that ever since she knew her, because they used to be in a drug house, and they were the birds that would squawk and tell there was somebody at the door. So, and they had these dogs that would snip at the bird's feathers and stuff. So she's a wreck. And I told her that she probably needed the plant-derived minerals and maybe Z-radical, but I didn't know how much to give the bird. And the bird's 25 years old. She's had her for 2 years. She still lays eggs. She just laid an egg Friday. But she's about 7 pounds.
Yeah. Okay, what you do in this case is to put 1 ounce of the plant minerals into, say, 1 quart of water, and you just keep the bird's water dish filled up with that water that has 1 ounce of the plant minerals per quart. Just keep it filled up with that water that's been fortified with the plant minerals. But also, make sure the Arthrodex is available just free choice, another little food dish in the cage. Just go ahead and put a couple of scoops of Arthrodex in there. When they eat it up, then give them some more. And you'll find between the vitamins, minerals in the Arthrodex and the minerals in the water that the color of the feathers will be really strong and bright, and they will regrow the feathers. When they're picking at themselves, they are minerally deficient. That's a sign of mineral deficiency, just like kids chewing on their fingernails and plucking their hair and all that kind of stuff, scratching themselves. Same principle. But this is resolvable very easy. We used to have to deal with this in the zoos all the time that I worked in, so I'm very familiar with that. Keep us informed. Okay, Doug, we have time to start another one?
Yeah, let's head to Florida. And Ron, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Ron, you're on the air.
Yes, Dr. Wallach. How are you?
Fine, sir. Thank you. How can we help you?
Well, I have a group of people. They are Seventh-day Adventists, and a lot of them put out product, and they are against religious belief. They can't do shellfish, and with the glucogel that they've been taking on because of the arthritis, etc. But they realize that they're looking for another alternative, in place of
the shellfish.
glucogel.
Sure.
What would you recommend?
We have that. I mean, there's a lot of people who are allergic to shellfish for religious reasons. They don't want to eat it because they're vegetarians. They don't want to eat it and so forth. And so, Char, what would you do for somebody who, for either religious reasons or allergies, can't or don't want to use a joint and bone supplement with shellfish in it?
Well, given the Caltati doesn't have any shellfish in it.
Okay, Caltati for the liquid calcium, right? Caltati.
And I don't think the liquid.
And what form of the? Let's see here. Glucogel does not have shellfish in it.
The liquid, I don't believe, has shellfish.
Well, we do have fucoidin. Okay, it's in the fucoid Z, the Z radical.
Z radical, yeah. Z radical.
Yeah, and so you can go that direction. And this comes from a red marine algae. It's actually a plant-based material, and this is actually used to support maintenance and repair of cartilage. And we do have several different versions of that. The capsules are called Fucoid Z. The liquid is Z radical. And, of course, the liquid is calcium, as Shar said, is the Caltati. Just works out nice. We also have one it's called Bone Builder. That has MSM in there as opposed to shellfish. That's another option. Let us know how they do. We'll be back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 90 for Life Crusade. And, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Texas. And Roquel, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Roquel, you're on the air.
Hi. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, ma'am. How can we help you?
Yes, I have a 100-year-old father who has a kidney function. It went from 10% to 8%. Okay. He has a little gout on the toe, and I do have him for 1 week on 90 for life. That's all.
Okay, so he's been on it for 1 week. Has he shown any increase in energy or interest in what's going on?
Yeah, he has a little bit more energy, but he still has a lot of pain on the gout. And one of my leaders said, well, maybe let's do a detox. But I'm a little concerned about his age. And
exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't do a detox on him at 100 years of age with gout and all this other stuff. Because when you have gout, your liver isn't working real well. And so it's good that he's getting the 90 essential nutrients that'll help his liver break down the uric acid from gout. But what I would do is give him some topical pain relief. Give him something to apply to his feet that has pain relief very quickly, within 10, 15 minutes in the last 3 to 5 hours. Char, what would you give this guy, wonderful 100-year-old man, what would you give him for pain relief topically?
I would give him the CM cream, but I would put the trauma oil in it. It would help better.
Very good. For every teaspoon of the CM cream, you want to add 4 to 6 drops of the trauma oil or Ancient Legacy aromatherapy blend for pain, and put, like I say, 4 to 6 drops in a teaspoon of that CM cream, and the trauma oil and CM cream together will just give you an outrageously powerful topical pain relief and relieve swelling and edema and so forth, as well as inflammation and discomfort and pain. Like I say, it'll last 3 to 5 hours, so he can have it when he wakes up in the morning, applied topically to whatever hurts. And then, of course, let's say he wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning, around 2 o'clock, you can have another round, and then 7 o'clock before bed, you have another round of the CM cream and the trauma oil. Okay.
Well, the swelling has come down, has left completely.
Oh, good. That's wonderful.
And he only hurts if he stands up.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll see that you'll see that this will significantly reduce his pain, maybe even eliminate it for that 3 to 5 hours. And of course, you want some nice, thick, soft cotton sports socks and some nice, squishy, soft either tennis shoes or some of these big, sort of fuzzy house slippers and things like that, so he keep his feet warm and comfortable. And that's where we go. But just keep him on the 90. And what does he weigh?
134.
134, yep. So he'd be a perfect candidate for one healthy bone and joint pack. Okay, divide it up, half at breakfast, half at dinner time. And you can throw eggs in it, mix it up, make a shake out of it, freeze it, make an ice cream out of it. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to get it into him, but apparently he's consuming it. And so you just got to love him where he's at, 100 years old. You guys are doing a great job. Keep us informed, but I would get the CM cream and the trauma oil, and we'll go from there. Okay, Doug, how much time we have?
Got just a little less than 30 seconds.
Okay, less than 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Remind everybody again, you get a hold of that book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission. According to Amazon.com, it's off and on the #1 best-selling book when it comes to genetics and medicine. So we're very, very proud of that. And if you don't have the book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission, contact your Youngevity associate and get it. The information there will add 50 years or so to your lives, and even more importantly, 25 to 50 years of healthful living to the lives of your kids. Well, thank you so much, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug and Richard. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
Fish has been thought of as a brain food for for eons. But it's not the fish that's key. It's actually the essential fatty acids, EFAs, or omega-3s found in fish, called essential because they're necessary for good health and your body can't make them. So they must be consumed through diet or supplementation. Youngevity has developed the perfect supplement in SmartFX, an acronym for Sustained Memory and Retrieval Time, a concentration of DHA and EPA, both members of the omega-3 family, supporting neural path function and cardiovascular health for optimal mental concentration, awareness, focus, and agility. If you've got a mentally demanding career, you're a student crunching for the big test, or just want to maintain health for a sense of well-being, try SmartFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Youngevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Youngevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the pig arthritis formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Youngevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.